As soon as we get there, this guy right behind me we're like mid-plane too. Like we got a time before we're getting off. This dude stands up. He was like traveling by himself, grabs his backpack, puts his backpack on in the aisle, grabs his other carry-on. He's like standing there in the aisle right next to me. For whatever reason, he keeps fucking moving around, backpack just hitting me every time he would like look somewhere. And it's late. I was not happy about this guy. And I'm already pissed because everybody got up. And I'm like, dude. And I like fucking give him an elbow. And he like looks at me like, what? I'm like, dude, sit down. Why are you standing up? He's like, oh. Like he had never thought about it. Podcast, the Bump Coffee Podcast. How do you feel about it so far?
Podcasting?
Yeah.
I think it's great.
What do you like about it?
You can just be yourself, you know? I think a lot of people that go on these things, they try and curate too much shit, and it just seems fake.
Really?
And so now it's nice to be able to be like, hey, let's talk about some, because we have a whole, like a podcast every day at the shop. People ask us all these questions or thoughts on this or something about the business or something along those lines, and we just dive into it. And it's like, fuck, I wish we could just queue up some of the shit so everybody else can hear, because if this person's curious about this or something, I'm sure a lot more people, because we get multiple questions over and over and over again, but we're over here with the grinder going, and empanadas and this and, you know. So this is a way to channel it to where
I wish I could freeze time when you're having like one of those.
Like, hold on, get the cameras out.
Well, yeah, not only that, but like sometimes the conversations are so interesting that you might be having with a customer that right when you're like in something or you're about to like you're like about to form a thought and like put it out to the other person, like there's a line all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Yeah. And then sometimes you're like, fuck the line. I gotta finish this.
No.
Only sometimes.
But it would be pretty interesting to get like if we could bring a bunch of people in from the shop on the podcast and like knowing things about certain people and like putting two people in a room and just like turning on the mics and the cameras would be so funny. Yeah. What do you think took us so long to actually do something like this?
Well, just like everything that we've ever done. We have all these ideas and dreams of wanting to do this and basic shit, new products. Maybe we can get custom hats done and maybe we can do this. It's because, you know, taking care of this beast. So when we do this stuff, we don't have to retract and be like, oh shit, we got to stop doing podcasts or stop doing this because we got to get back to focusing on the shops, which then it's a good thing we got a bunch of good ass employees.
Yeah.
Good ass team makes a dream work.
I don't know why you always used to make fun of me when I would say that.
Dream work makes the team work.
Dude. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
There's a lot of things wrong with this guy.
Who's to decipher wrong and right?
See what I mean, people?
What do you like so much about podcasts besides listening to your own voice?
Oh my God. I think it's just a good way to like bring the coffee shop environment to the World Wide Web. I feel like a kind of like a big, strong part of our business is the personality. So hopefully being able to take those personalities and the conversations that we have with customers and just, you know, make it public basically, would be like a fun and cool thing and really allow people that maybe don't get to come every single day kind of get a little taste of it when they're, you know, on vacation or, you know, maybe they moved away and they used to come all the time and now they can listen in and just enjoy some of the fucking stupid shit that we're going to say on here.
Yeah. And I think...
But hopefully we can provide some sort of value in terms of like...
I hope.
I don't know. Well, time will tell.
Yeah.
But I think we have a little bit of a different perspective on things, especially for the business that we own. So I don't know. I think the stuff that we're interested in is, I think other people are interested in it, especially in this area. We did a podcast on health and wellness, but not intentionally. It just kind of happened after we were doing a cold plunge, and Drew was there, and we just kind of started talking about, I don't know, I think you guys were talking about, like a health and wellness center. But I think a lot of those things, if obviously none of the shit that we said in there is like very scientific or like new, but if somebody happens to listen to the podcast and they hear about, wearing like barefoot shoes, and then that's kind of like the thing that puts them on, the trail in terms of
then they can go get the facts, go get the science.
Yeah, just something that's like, oh, that's interesting that person is interested in that. Maybe I'll look into it. And then if it somehow helps them, like, I think that's cool. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and I feel like we do have a different kind of vibe when it comes to podcasting, because we're doing it very, I mean, I don't know, I could be totally wrong, but if we just started a podcast out of thin air and we're like, we got to do this to make our living, I feel like it'd be stressful as fuck.
Well, then you got to be funny all the time.
Then you got to like do this whole thing where we're like, we already got our business, and like we're got our whole plan and all these things that are going and moving. Let's do this. It'll be fun, and no expectation other than just continue on our brand and personality and get all of our good people in here. I think I think it falls pretty in line with like how we've done everything in the past, which is like never really bet the whole house. Always just betting like a little bit at a time. And if we fail, it doesn't put us out, but we learn. So we've created a lot of these opportunities to like fail a bunch of times, a lot during the farmers markets, a lot when we first opened Cardiff. And like, if we can just keep getting a little bit better and better. And like, if the podcast doesn't work out, then it's like, well, we still have the core business. So it's all good. And we just learned that like, maybe we weren't built for showbiz. For podcasting. Maybe not. But
who cares? Honestly.
Again, it's like, who gives a shit? We just want to do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
And we think there's a lot of entertainment within the business and within our friends and our staff and stuff that could be entertaining to other people. And if they're not, whatever. At least everyone's having a good time doing this. And I mean, what the fuck ever. We'll just get back to making coffees and living our lives the way that we like to live it, because it's fucking awesome.
So, nice little segue into living life the way that you like to live it. Paint me a picture of your ideal life in terms of what the house looks like.
Oh, shit.
What the yard looks like. What the grill looks like. What's the outdoor kitchen look like? I know that's part of it. What kind of food are you cooking? What are you waking up and doing in the morning? What are you doing before you go to bed? All that kind of shit.
Wow.
You better have a good one, because I got a really good one.
What you're doing before bed?
No, like
you talk about the
ideal
whole thing.
life.
Okay, you just ended with that. Ideal life, huh? Man, it's right now. Everything we're doing right now. No, realistically, I would like to. Big piece of land. I like East County. I like Ramona because it's close to Baja, because I'm obsessed with Baja and fishing and camping and doing all that. Nice piece of land with sick little kind of farm style house, 1 story, nice wraparound porch. I like an outdoor shower, big open floor plan, high ceilings, hard everywhere, no carpets. I don't know. I don't really like carpet. Maybe in the bedrooms because.
Well, really? I thought you liked carpet. You wanted to keep the carpet at our 1-bedroom apartment.
I fucking hate carpet. I hate carpet. I hate ants, and I hate, what was the other one?
I don't know. I think between the carpet and the ants, you're pretty annoying.
Open floor plan, hard floors, big windows, a lot of natural light. not a massive house. I don't need a big house, but I want a big property so that I don't have to see anybody until I leave the property to go see people. Have the ability I want a lap pool, 2 to 3 lanes, just so I can get my workouts. Part of it, I want it to be like 20 feet deep on one side so I can do some underwater training for fishing and just like, I just love being underwater. You know, where like workshop garage so that I can pull my vehicles in there, and then also have a whole section that is fitness zone, plus like if I want to work on my vehicles or where I can keep my toys, like the tent and like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like have a whole little workshop where I can outfit my cars when I want to go do stuff. And then also I can be working out that leads into my treatment center, which would be like an outdoor ice bath like I have right now. Very basic. I don't need the fancy one that you plug in and does all that shit. I like the core of the cheap stainless tub with ice machine or ice blocks right there. Getting that thing ice cold. Because there's something about having the ice around you. Because I've sat in the cold where it's cold with just water, but then the ice, like, it takes it up a little, like, I don't know, it's cool. That with this outdoor sauna, I'm having a big area for Mo to garden because she loves gardening. She loves horses, so it's a couple animals. Be able to grab her own eggs and stuff. Ideally, probably don't want any like livestock. I'd rather just go to people's place and like buy a cow or something like that. But I do want to just have everything in the purest form, so I can wake up in the morning early, go out, get my cold treatment going, have a fresh meal that's like within the radius of my town that I live in, be able to go exercise, whatever, work out, go fish, come back, get some sauna treatments, work on the yard. I love fires. Always have a big badass fire, like open fire area where I can build big bonfires, a place for cutting wood. Then the outdoor cooking situation would be kind of teed up with that because I like to have open fire cooking so I can cook all the ribeyes. And then I like to have a nice kind of outdoor bar, very Mexican style, like in Baja, like palapa style, very simple, but good refrigeration for the cold beer. Nice wine rack with like wine all from Baja because I love Baja wines. And then, a couple dogs, Wolfie will be running around, a couple kids running around. Old pickup truck that I just go out into a section of my property and do fucking donuts and get stuck and like have big ragers with my buddies and family and shit. That sounds fun as hell. That's pretty much the start of it. Digging in is going to take more than one podcast for that one.
Oh boy. So
where you at on the map?
Where am I doing?
Yeah, where's your
my version
situation
of that? Well, I like changes in season. So being somewhere.
Well, this one you can only your home base. You can't talk about all the 10 different places that you're going to have. So let's just talk your home base and what that situation looks like.
All right. So probably somewhere close to like Todos Santos on the Pacific side.
Maybe Pescadero.
I do like it, but it's getting crowded. And there's not like too much opportunity for like a bunch of, I mean, you can still be by yourself kind of, but there's, everything's kind of chewed up and there's like a bunch of farmland. So there's always people around and shit. But honestly, there's some areas where there's like more hills and stuff. And I don't know, it would be awesome if you could have like a ranch style thing on the water. But I almost think that being off the ocean, the only problem is it gets so fucking hot, which leads me into, I don't know. Todos Santos would be dope, but it's just getting crowded. So maybe somewhere kind of up in the hills down in southern Baja. And I envision like a very, very basic, like Spartan style concrete home, basically, that has been built so that it can fend off the heat.
Are you going to have pallets for beds?
No, that's one thing. That's where I draw the line. But basically, like a modern style concrete, basically like a block, like a box. Maybe inside it'll be divided up into like a couple bedrooms and a bathroom and that kind of shit. But modern style, probably built into a hill with land around it that's ours. But I like having like formed pools, like a dipping cold plunge, a dipping like, just like whatever, normal temperature water, and then like a hot tub, but all just formed out of concrete. And then having a sauna, like a barrel sauna right there. And because it's concrete, it will start to take on the environment that it's in. I think, kind of curate it so that it doesn't stand out just like a sore thumb, but it like blends into the natural landscape. And then I don't really need that much. I kind of just like the natural landscape. I don't want to have like too much yard to take care of. I'd rather spend my time fucking surfing or like cooking or doing other shit. I don't want to have to tie up time in doing yard work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So thank God it doesn't like rain too much and it's not like a jungle. But yeah, have like a little area for my truck, a little area for Terrence Forerunner, a couple kids, real basic, a couple guard dogs. And then like the most important part to me would be an outdoor kitchen. It's got a, they're shaded, running water sinks, like an Argentine style grill, and then just the most packed fucking deep freezer of all time with all sorts of
soy products, soy riso, tofu.
Yeah, no. I'll be getting the fresh Sonoran prime meat.
Will you go there to Sonora?
I'll go there.
But you have to travel through Sinaloa. They said that's the only way.
I'll do it for the meat. But yeah, something real basic, real simple. And just like, I love the idea of having everything just built out of concrete. So it's fucking tough. It can handle hurricanes. There's no maintenance in terms of fucking, I got to replace the fucking roof. It's like, fuck that. I just want something that I don't have to deal with. It's sturdy. It looks cool. It fits the environment. And it's just functional, totally functional. And thank God Taryn is on board with that. She like loves the functional shit. It's so funny when we're like, I don't know, doing anything around our place. It's like, she doesn't want to buy anything decorative. It's just so nice. It's like the walls have like a couple pictures on them and that's about it. It's like nothing crazy. We just like are not big clutter people. So it's everything that's involved in like in the house is for use. It will be used. It's functional. And then, yeah, like.
What kind of couch are you going to have?
I don't know. A comfortable Concrete. One. A comfortable one.
It'll
be like
old,
a nice
like
blend.
A big old freaking.
Like a leather one. I kind of like leather couches.
With ottomans, so recliners so you can throw your legs out?
Yeah. Little fire pit, like little fireplace inside. Because it will get cold down there sometimes. So like having the access or like a pizza oven inside that you could use as like a heater if it did get cold. And then, but also you could cook inside of it and like, bake, pizzas, or you could make meat in there, like ribeyes and shit.
Yeah.
But just like real basic. And it'll definitely have a view. Like I envision like just a platform that you can like walk around on, shaded, of course, so that you can, stretch outside or fucking work out. Oh yeah, that's my workout thing, is like a pull-up bar and just an area to do push-ups and sit-ups and shit like that. Like maybe some weights, maybe a rack, but real basic pull-up bar and just like my little zone that I could work out in.
Are you gonna get a rower?
No, not gonna get a rower. And then the cross training would just be surfing and like running and mountain biking around the area.
Would you get a dirt bike?
Oh, dude.
Would you get a dirt bike?
Dude, I don't know. One of Taryn's friends just passed away on a bike in Mexico. They're dangerous, dude.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. And it's not even you riding it. It's other people, because so many people drive drunk around there.
I'm saying if you had a little property, you get a motorbike to just fucking rip around.
I don't get that much joy out of riding a motorbike, so no. But like, I could see somebody doing that. Like, the benefit doesn't outweigh, in my opinion, the danger. I didn't grow up riding them, so I'm like, I would be kind of new. You can definitely feel, if you didn't grow up riding motorcycles, you can feel like rookie at it.
Oh yeah,
you can feel the rookiness.
Okay, now what about just a little mini one, like a little 50 or 75?
Maybe, but like I'd rather have like a fucking Gator.
Slingshot.
Nah, I'd rather have just like a four-wheel thing or whatever, or like a little truck, a little Toyota truck.
Okay, now if on this property, what's your dream vehicle that you get to build to spec to how you want it?
Oh, dude. Well, down there,
you only get one.
Honestly, down there, this is going to be such an odd answer, I would say.
Prius. So you can travel up and down.
Not Hubble. No, dude, I would get like a 2001 Ford F-150, and I would fucking.
Is that the round body?
Yeah, I would, and it would have the access cab one.
Yep.
With a 6-foot bed. There's actually a guy that has a gold one over here. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's pretty dope. But like, have it with full suspension 35s, just fully maxed out in terms of like buggy style. That would be my ultimate, because it would fit in. It's not like brand new and shiny. Mm-hmm. It would fit in. It is a vibe down there for sure to have like an older truck, but the fucking max out the suspension and wheels and tires and shit. And of course, I would have the most slamming sound system, so I could play my mariachi music.
Oh my god.
Nah, dude. But anything, dude. The coolest thing about like love truck culture in Mexico, it's the best. Like your old Chevy, I think you should buy it back from Jordan and then throw 35s on it, redo the suspension, and that would be just so sick.
I look online at that generation Chevy a lot. I wouldn't mind getting one of those again as a fun thing.
But it would be cool to take those types of cars and like kind of redo the interior in a sense. Like I would probably take out all the carpet on the ground.
Just make it more like
just durable and rugged.
Yeah, military style. Just like I can
but
spray
also
out
comfortable. I would make it so it drove nice. It was like comfortable so that like Taryn could drive it and she'd be like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
Yeah.
Like make it like sound, but just like I would love the truck when I'm driving around town down there, where like locals would be like, "Damn, that thing's fucking sick." Like so many people when Taryn goes to weddings to work, all the like guys that work at the like hotels are like, they always talk about the 4Runner.
That's probably their dream car, those guys down there.
Oh, dude. It's actually one of the guys.
Got a bunch of vents on the side, a bunch of different hood scoops.
Dude, one of the guys. So on the first trip that we ever, like Taryn and I did to like get everything down there, take the 4Runner down there, all that shit. I pulled out the subwoofer and the amp and all that shit. And then like 10 minutes into our drive, we fucking realized that we didn't have music. And then like I flew down the subwoofer. I like carried it on, which was pretty funny. And then I hooked it back up, but it never really worked the right way. I don't know, like any of that kind of shit. So a year and a half later, Taryn's doing a wedding at Chileno Bay, and one of the guys that he's like one of the valet guys. He's like, "Oh, this is a nice car," and Taryn's like, "Yeah, the fucking music doesn't work really that well." She blamed it on me, of course, standard, and
smart and standard.
It was kind of my fault, but whatever.
You were sweating before that trip. I was like, dude, you better get on the road. And then
I wasn't.
You drove away. Your back was sweaty, and there's a subwoofer just sitting there. And I was like, do they want this?
Oh, we moved it so we could fit everything in there. Anyways, well, he does like car audio. He had worked up in L.A. with like one of his cousins doing car audio, so he knew exactly what to do. So get his number. I go over to his house, and we sit in the driveway of his house, and we're just like, he's fucking with it for a little bit, probably with like 20 minutes, and he hooks it all back up, and it sounds perfect. And we're playing super loud music on the sub in the 4Runner, And then he fires up his car, and he's got the most insane fucking 12-inch subs in the back, three or four of them.
Fucking rattling.
Oh, dude, it was just rattling this whole entire neighborhood. And I was like, damn, that's kind of loud.
That's
but
awesome.
People are driving by like, like, fuck yeah, like turn it up.
That's sick.
But yeah, so car that's going to stoke out
There's not a
locals.
better feeling than when you sit in a car and it's got a good sub. Obviously, blowing it out is fun to like listen to some crazy ass song. But like when you got a clean like sub.
I think the best like stock sound system I've ever heard was in a Denali, GMC Denali.
Oh yeah, they have sick like Bose. Everything's stock. Even
Bose.
in my truck, and it's GMC, but it's not like it's a Super Gucci edition. But that stock Bose system is like super good.
Yeah, you have Bose in yours.
Yeah,
yeah, it sounds super good. You have an 8-inch subwoofer in there.
I don't even know what it has in there. It thumps when Mo puts on like some Cardi B. That shit slaps. It thumps, dude.
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B's gangster.
Okay. I don't know.
Cardi B, sometimes, man, she's got some gangster shit.
What's your favorite song by her?
I don't really know the names of the songs. Sometimes no, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know. Subwoofers are sick.
They are.
Good sound system is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what's your ideal vehicle for your little compound?
Well, I think the vehicle that I would want to have would be, it's evolved over the years, but it's always been a 72 Chevy. Initially, I wanted it to just be like the super sleeper looking, so very stock exterior, but the guts is just ridiculous, just the craziest bit V8 stick, real farm trucky, just like a as it comes original, but just some crazy drivetrain. But now a change to that same truck.
How are you gonna talk about multiple cars? You only gave me one.
No, this is the same vehicle.
Okay,
that's what I initially wanted. Like now it's that same vehicle, but this is the way I want it. I want it short bed, 72 Chevy.
Step side.
No, fuck the step size, bro. 72 Chevy, short bed, long travel, massive V8, supercharged, and all patinaed out exterior, interior. You're not going to drive this forever. You're not going to take super duper long drives on this. This is for fucking Baja, taking an old Chevy that's souped up, long travel, and just go trailer it down to Baja, or drive it down there if you're with your buddies, or if Mo doesn't care and it's super comfortable. But the seats would be kind of like racing seats with a full roll cage and shit. But I want a fucking
Jesus
badass Baja machine. But also I want it racy, but I want to be able to take it if it's like you and me, like, yo, let's go take this machine down there where we can absolutely fucking rip in this old truck, but also it's got a rooftop tent on that bitch and a built-in cooler in the back. Kind of like how the homie down in whatchamacallit, that Cabo guy, what's the guy's name? The dude's got this fucking LS
VP Racing.
Yeah,
what's that guy's name?
That dude has this Tacoma that's completely built up like that, and he's got like a fabbed in section for a cooler in the back. So I would want something like that, so when I'm fucking racing my truck, it's sick. And then a tent up top, so in case I want to park somewhere and sleep. Simple, 2-seater.
It's kind of funny. I could see myself living like a couple different lifestyles, whether it's like living in Baja somewhere close to the beach and then having like the truck to take me to the beach. But like maybe I put some distance between my compound and the beach so that I can get to drive the truck.
It's exactly.
Like if you live right on the beach, I mean, that's also another lifestyle. But because we like driving trucks, it's like, I kind of want to be
That's the part.
My little morning commute is a fucking a racetrack to the beach.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be kind of sick. But I could also do that like in the mountains somewhere. But I don't know, dude. I just like there's something about living close to the ocean, like within striking distance. I think I could do like 25, 30 minutes away.
I mean, we grew up fucking 45 minutes away from the beach. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
To me now, living
But
in this,
imagine if 17 was a dirt road and you got your drive your fucking sick truck.
well, and if it was just like a downward slope to the beach, not like up over a range and then back down and then, you know what I'm saying? Like everything down there, it's like, if anything, it's kind of like Santa Barbara where it goes beach up to the mountains and then you're up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Where we lived, it was like that, but then back down again and then back into it.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, living, so like down there in Cabo, there's like all these arroyos and shit that like go back up into the mountains. I went up the one arroyo and I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think that people would like live up in there because of like potential for floods and shit. Mm. But people like will live up on these little, I don't even know what to call them, like a plateau that's like around the arroyo, but still like in the hill, in the like little valley. That would be the sickest fuck because it keeps it a little bit cooler because like the sun isn't just beating down on you all day long. It's like gonna get, the sun's gonna go behind a mountain and like keep it relatively cool.
Yeah.
But like being in an area like that and it stays a little bit more wet, that would be sick as fuck. If you could just like go down your little driveway into the arroyo and just fucking punch it and haul ass to the beach would be so sick.
So dope.
Yeah. And then you have your fucking, I think it'd be kind of cool to have a little herd of goats.
I like the fainting one so you can scare the shit out of them and they all go. Burr.
Have a dog chase them around the hills. That'd be kind of dope.
That would be sick.
Yeah. All right. So switching gears from perfect lifestyle, ideal lifestyle, to what's like living in Cardiff or living in Encinitas. What do you think was like the part that brought us, like what is the aspect of living here that brought us here and made us want to build a business in this community?
I think there's a handful of components. I think it's like you're just away from these other areas. You're just away from downtown, from PB, from all that. You're, half an hour away from San Clemente, an hour away from Orange County. It's like perfectly central, 45 minutes to Baja, to the border, which is fucking awesome. And then, like, it's all flat too, which is pretty sweet. I mean, Cardiff has a hill, but overall, like North County and this little coast, like those aren't fucking hills. Those are like, I mean, they're hills, but they're not like I don't know. I consider all this flat, and it's just super nice. It's super easy to get around. Everything's within close proximity. You can jump on the freeway real quick, and the beaches are so fucking nice. Like, this is just like such a clean, nice, active, the lifestyle that everybody lives around here. Everyone's pretty active. Everybody's beautiful. Not to say that everybody's cool or nice, but there are a lot of like good people that have also moved here. A lot of transplants that I feel like we come in contact with that have lived here. But I mean, the people are fantastic, but the place itself is like, I mean, you can't beat this. It's pretty tough to beat for a Southern California place on the beach that's like not a grungy, dirty little beach town, not all super crazy hippie, but also not like Huntington Beach. That's just like real mellow, nice, relaxed vibe. People have a real laid back personality here.
Imagine what it was to be like one of the first people to ever settle here.
Dude, when I talk to
the weather is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. The weather is just fucked up. Like, we got a little bit of rain and it's still like super nice.
Yeah. Which is actually I've actually really recently started thinking about what it would like to live like in Ensenada, like up in the hills around Ensenada, because it's pretty similar weather.
Yeah.
You know?
I just think the Bay of Ensenada does trap a lot of clouds and fog. But I mean, essentially, you get that border out of there, and it's all the same.
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? It's just hour difference. So it's a little bit, This place gets tropical as hell too for 2 months out of the year, or 2 weeks. You know, for sometimes it's been a month or two, but it's like humid. The water's like mid 70s, crystal clear. Like, I don't know. It's pretty tough to beat, but I definitely love me some space.
Yeah, I like space.
Great place for business. This is a fantastic place.
I think it just fits like if it's it's like a nice little fit for what we're trying to do. Like the community is perfect to receive our our message or whatever, right? Like I feel like everything kind of just works out here perfectly.
I mean, there's a reason why there's so much tourism. I mean,
yeah,
granted, it's Southern California, but specifically in San Diego and specifically like Encinitas area, it's like fucking so nice. Not a lot of riffraff all over the beach, and
yeah. Do you think you could ever live in in an area where it snowed?
Like how much snow are we talking?
I'm talking like snow, like
oh, you get the whole winter. You got snow.
Yeah, like a Tahoe or a Mammoth or a fucking, Breckenridge or fucking Bozeman or whatever. Like it snows and you have snow all winter long.
I never have, but I think I could. I love southern Utah.
Does it snow there?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not like, I mean, yeah, it fucking snows. It's like at 8,000-9,000 feet. Like you'll for sure get some really good snow there. But I mean, I could for sure do that. I could. I've never lived in the snow, and going to the snow is super nice. But as long as it's within striking distance, that's like my big thing. Striking distance to this and to Mexico and to my family, which is also just some hours north. But like as long as I can be within that, I couldn't imagine myself as beautiful and as cool as like Montana or any of that is up like way up north. I couldn't imagine that. That's like 2 days driving essentially. You drive 16, 17, 18 hours, where southern Utah is like 8.5, 10 hours. That's a morning. Sometimes it takes that long to get to Morgan Hill to see my parents. So like that is what's striking distance to me. And in 8 hours, like it's like the hub from San Diego, I guess you can't draw into the Pacific. 8 hour radius. Circumference around that, or radius around that.
Circumference.
Yeah. Well, because it can't go that way. And
what?
Yeah. Delirious. And that's kind of my striking. Those are
your
my
8 hour radius. Okay.
That's my 8 to 10 hours is like max from here of driving, not flying.
What's the longest flight you've ever taken?
I don't know. Because we did layovers. I think the longest like single flight was probably to Europe.
Yeah.
I think London.
I fucking hate flying for long distances.
Oh my God, dude. Don't even. I fucking hate flying for more than the best and longest flight is going to Hawaii, and that's 5.5 hours, and that's like max. I'm like, fuck. 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, because I ain't buying no fucking first or business or plus. I'm in the economy, homie. So just thinking about that, my back is broken.
You know what's funny is when you see people like,
fuck, my leg's falling asleep right now.
Have you seen those? Have you seen the people that will like get up and like just stand in the aisleway?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck these guys just doing that. Like, who do they think they are? But I wish I could do that. Like, but I just can't get over it mentally. I just stand up and be like, yeah, this is.
You gotta do some squats, like, fuck, dude. Because there's no way that I can knock out for like 6, 7, or 8 hours on a plane. I can do like 2 or 3 at a time.
You gotta take sleeping pills.
But it's like false gratification, because you go to sleep and you wake up and you're like, God, how long did I sleep for? And you're like, fuck, it's only been 2 hours.
I'll do that. It's been like 5 minutes. I'm like, damn it.
So that's the worst thing about long flights.
Flying is annoying. I literally just try to throw headphones on, and if I can, sleep as much as possible. Like, that's the only way that I can get through it. Biggest pet peeve flying is when you land, you pull up to the gate.
Welcome to Mexico.
As soon as As soon as the little seatbelt goes off, people in the very, very back standing up, trying to grab their bags. Dude, I fucking yelled at a guy one time.
Maybe because they just hate the plane as bad as we do. They're like, get me the fuck off.
But the chaos makes it that much longer. And then it makes everybody agitated.
Yeah.
No, I know. I don't this guy, one of the times I was going to Cabo, it was like a late night flight. We didn't get there till fucking 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever. And as soon as we get there, this guy right behind me we're like mid plane too. Like we got a time before we're getting off. This dude stands up. He was like traveling by himself, grabs his backpack, puts his backpack on in the aisle, grabs his other carry-on. He's like standing there in the aisle right next to me. For whatever reason, he keeps fucking moving around, backpack just hitting me every time he would like look somewhere. And it's late. I was not happy about this guy. And I'm already pissed because everybody got up. And I'm like, dude. And I like fucking give him an elbow. And he like looks at me like, what? I'm like, dude, sit down. Why are you standing up? He's like, oh. Like he had never thought about it before.
Yeah, he's like, well, that's what you do. As soon as you land, you stand.
And I told
if you land, you must stand. That's what they say on the plane.
As soon as we got off the plane, I told Taryn, and she was like, oh my God, you're being so mean, aggressive, all this stuff. A week later, she did the same thing to somebody.
Dude, it's so annoying. The thing is the people that do that, they don't even fucking realize it. So you can be like, dude, what are you doing? Or da, da, da. And they're just like, well, I'm just trying to get off the plane.
They're like, wait, what do you mean I don't get to just walk off the plane ahead of everybody?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That is absurd.
All right. Well, I think that's...
Just don't stand up next to Trev on the plane if you don't want to get elbowed.
You might get elbowed. Oh, my God. All right, guys. Well...
Subscribe.
Same thing. Spotify. It really helps if you like and you share it.
Yeah, like and share is nice. Comments are also very nice.
I'm going to try to figure out like some more editing stuff so we can start clipping some of the stuff up and
if you have any editing ideas
or skills and
skill set and you want to get involved in this bump coffee thing on the podcast, hit us up.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, guys. See you later.